morning, everybody, which I guess I probably should say good afternoon. It is Saturday, October the 3rd, day 3 of Vlogtober. And to be quite honest with you, my husband and I and our kids all slept in. And it probably was about 11 or 11:30 when we finally crawled out of the bed. So we took advantage of finally a day to just get a little rest in. So right now I'm fixing to head outside. I'm going to show you what kind of shape part of our yard has gotten into, and it's actually quite embarrassing the way that it looks out there. You guys know that we have been reconstructing our home and taking care of a bunch of issues on the inside, and for the last 2.5, almost 3 years, January will be 3 years, we've just been concentrating all of our efforts, all of our free time, all of our extra moments on the inside of the house, and just haven't been worried about the outside at all, except for keeping the grass cut. So I'm going to show you how some of our flower beds are looking, and I'm going to attempt to tackle some of those today and to see if we can't start making it look just a little better. So come on with me outside. Not sure how well you guys are going to be able to hear me over the lawnmower. There is my son. He is having a great time on that lawnmower, cutting the grass up. Maybe a little loud, and if it is, then I'll just have to do some music overlay here. But I was going to try to show you a little bit of what's going on. This right here is where we did have a pool. You can see the little concrete slabs where the pump was sitting. All of this was completely cleared out and was just a sandy area that the pool sat on. And you can already see just in the last, I guess my husband probably tore that down about February of this year, because like I said, we've been so busy, the kids haven't even been able to use the pool the last 2 summers. So it started just getting in really bad shape. So we went ahead and tore that down, and just in those few months, look how much this grass has already overtaken this area. So that's going to have to be redug out so that hopefully we will be able to get a pool again next summer for the kids. We live in the woods, as you can see. We are definitely very rural. That has some positives and negatives to it. But this area over here, if I can find some old pictures on my computer, I'll insert them. I'm not sure, I think they're on my old computer, and not sure that I'll be able to get those files. But this whole area right here, at one time, you can kind of see where the black outline was of the edging. This whole area right here I had as a beach area. You can see our lawn chairs. The table is all rusty now, but the table and chairs were there. We had 2 umbrellas. You can see the large umbrella stand right there. This area back behind it here was separated off. You can kind of see the black edging there, but of course it's all grown over. This area in the back of it here was full of beautiful mulch and just all kinds of tropical plants that outlined the back of the little beach area we had. You can see some of the plants are trying to peek their way through all this overgrowth. And then on this side over here, it was just all a bunch of beach sand. And we had it designed out kind of like a kidney shape. You can even see how bad the chairs are looking. I'm going to try to tackle those today to see if we can't get those cleaned up. And then of course out back there we did have a fire pit, that some of that is starting to become overgrown as well. But this whole area here was just a beautiful, beautiful beach lounging area. And like I said, I'm going to try to find those pictures for you. But just being so busy and taking care of things on the inside, as you can tell, it has definitely all grown up. And so I'm going to tackle some of that today. This is actually a Saturday that we do have free. So we thought, well, why not come and work outside a little bit finally? So we are in Florida. It is a beautiful sunshiny day, but it's actually a little cool. Can you see I've got on my sweatpants, just some old rough pants to work out here because the weather was really cool this morning, which is a nice change because it's always so hot here. But I'm going to just start working, and I'll show you a little later if I'm able to get any of this stuff up and start making this look a little more presentable again. I think to get started, I'm going to go ahead and start with these chairs. This is the product that we have used on them before to get any kind of mildew off of the chairs, but we have never let them get this bad before. You can tell They are definitely in some bad shape. So to be honest with you, they may be so stained up at this point, this grease lightning may not even work. But we're gonna go ahead and just start spraying that on there. We're gonna let it sit for a while, and we're gonna see what kind of magic it can do. Telling you, this stuff, not sponsored or anything, you can tell it's a very old bottle. It is amazing. This stuff has sat out here, like I said. Now this was the 3rd summer that we haven't used this stuff or cleaned it, and you see what it's doing already. So just a real good scrub front and back, and these chairs are going to look as good as new. So if you guys have something around that you need to clean, you definitely need to check out this Grease Lightning. Well, can you guys see that? I have been working probably about an hour, maybe 45 minutes, and this is all I've gotten done is this little corner. This is going to take forever. Oh my goodness, we have let it get so bad out here. Already have a casualty. Can you see that? Already have a hole in my gloves out here, so I'm gonna have to probably take a break in a little while and see about going and getting me some new gloves. But oh my goodness, thought I'd give you guys a little update so far. This is gonna take quite a while, and as a matter of fact, you can see the mulch is already totally disintegrated. It's been so long. So we are down to the fresh soil. So this is almost gonna be like starting over. These little plants right here, this is a Liriope grass. There were 3 of those, and all I see that has still survived is the 2. Of course, that's better than none. So we'll see as we work ourselves along the rest of this bed how many of our plants we're actually going to have to replace as well. But the whole thing is definitely going to have a new layer of mulch, and we're just going to keep plugging away. Lunch break. Not real sure if there's going to be too much of a glare for you guys to see. The sun is kind of setting now down behind the house here, so it may shine right in this phone. But you can see 2 of these I've just gone ahead and give them a light scrub today because I need to be able to flip them over to do the back as well. But I need to pull these weeds around it and get all of that out of the way. But you can obviously see the difference, I think, between this chair and this chair. So they're definitely coming along. One more good scrub across the back and they should be looking nice and spiffy. So just want to tell you guys again to make sure you pick up some of that greased lightning right there. And also in the mix of all that, I did go ahead and scrub down the table. And this is only as far as I've gotten so far on this flower bed. And again, you can see that mulch is just completely gone. There were a couple of places where you can see the little black barrier that's supposed to keep weeds out has started to deteriorate. There's a piece of it there that I've just chunked back here in the yard as I've been cleaning, but Honestly, in the beds that I have done out front with just mulch, it almost seemed to keep the weeds out better than this black mesh. You can see just weeds have just totally taken over this area. But the bad thing about that is of course then the mulch just gets right down into your dirt. So when you're weeding, just normal weeding throughout the year, it can make that challenging too. So that's really up to you guys. I do believe I probably will put the black plastic back down back here before we add mulch back in, but I just wanted to let you guys see what that was doing. So we've only made it that far. We got the 2 chairs done on the front. I did go ahead and scrub off the top of that little table there. I think I may give myself a new project, and I have some more of that silver paint left. That is a Rust-Oleum, so I may go ahead and just, since this is so rusted out and looks horrible, I may go ahead and paint that to spruce that up and make it look a little bit better, because it's just rusting everywhere. It's been so unattended over the last few years. But anyway, that is the progress so far. I think I'll keep working just a little bit longer before I head inside, but I wish you guys could be here. I don't know if you can see the leaves just gently blowing. It's kind of picking it up a little bit. It is just such a beautiful day here in Florida. The leaves are just lightly blowing. The weather is cool. I have on my sweatpants and I am not overheated at all. But yes, flip-flops are still pretty much typical Florida attire all year round. Well guys, I think I am about to call the weeding a day. I have made it a good ways down here, got down to this other little center section, and it looks like about 3 of my Liriopes did survive, and at least 1 of my little red sisters, at least that's what we call these down here in the South. I think the original name, or the proper name for it, has the word Hawaiian in it. I'm not exactly sure what those are called by their proper name, but I think I was able to at least salvage 1 of those. So not too bad for 1 day's work. Got that much done, those 2 chairs cleaned and the table. So now we're gonna head inside and see what the kiddos have been doing in there. Woohoo! Came inside from working outside all day, and look what baby girl has made us. All right, so she's not such a baby. She'll be 18 next week, guys. Fixing to be the proud parent of an adult. Don't know what I'm gonna do with myself. Well guys, we are back in. As you can see, I am filthy dirt from head to toe. So we are gonna get our showers and then just chill out and listen to the Gator game on the computer for the rest of the evening. So we are gonna go ahead and say good night, and we will see you guys tomorrow.